From Natalie Louise Yoga. I'm here for Qatarday, and today I'm offering a free session for yoga for backs. So we're going to start in a comfortable cross-legged position, just placing your hands on top of your knees, stacking your shoulders directly over your hips, and just closing down your eyes. Just take a few moments here to focus on your breath. See if you can start to elongate the breath now. On the exhalations, try and count for a count of 6 as you exhale. A gentle pause at the bottom, and then inhaling for a count of 6 if that breath works for you. As you inhale, feel the belly rise and the chest rise. And as you exhale, feel the chest lower, then the belly lower. Just taking a few rounds of breath. Just to calm the body and mind. And when you're ready, we're going to gently roll over the knees and come into child's pose. Taking our knees hip width apart, wider than the hips, toes to touch, and just gently stretch out your palms in front of you, resting your forehead on a block or a pillow, and just breathing here, breathing into the back of the body. This pose is available for you anytime during this practice. If you wish to set an intention, I'd like to invite you to do so now. Taking 5 more deep breaths here. Taking 2 more rounds of breath. On your next inhalation, coming up to a comfortable tabletop, stacking your hips directly over your knees, stacking your shoulders directly over your wrists. We're going to go round for 3 rounds of cat and cow. Inhaling to open through the chest, shoulders back and down, gaze up towards the sky, tailbone high. As you exhale, chin towards chest, rounding through the spine. Just take a few rounds, inhaling to open, exhaling to round. And just gently coming to some stillness. On your next inhalation, sweeping your right arm up towards the sky, opening through the shoulder, open through the chest. Exhale, thread the needle, taking the right hand underneath the left. Inhale, sweeping it back up towards the sky. Exhale to thread. This time, coming down onto your right cheek. You can place a pillow underneath the cheek if it doesn't quite reach, pushing down to your left palm to open through the left shoulder blade. You can keep your hand here or start to gently walk your fingertips forward. Inhaling and exhaling here. Taking 2 more rounds of breath here. On your next inhalation, bringing your left palm back down in front of the face, push down to the palm and sweep on the inhalation your right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, release. We'll do the same on the other side. Just take a few moments just to wiggle out the hips if that feels good for you. And when you're ready, on your next inhalation, sweeping your left arm up towards the sky, opening through the left shoulder blade, open through the chest. Exhale, threading the left palm all the way underneath. Inhale, sweeping back up towards the sky. Exhale, threading it back through. This time placing the left cheek onto the ground or a pillow, pushing down into the right palm and just breathing here. Opening up through the right shoulder. Starting to walk the fingertips of the right hand up towards the top edge of the mat, coming onto your finger pads. Taking that right shoulder back and down to open through the chest. Taking 3 more deep breaths here. On your next inhalation, bringing the right palm down in front of your face. Inhale, sweeping the left palm up towards the sky. Exhale to release. We're going to come into puppy pose now, walking the palms out to the corners of the mat. Inhale here, exhale to melt the forehead down to the ground. Activate the core to protect the lower back, and just breathing here. Feel free to stay here, or if you can go a little bit deeper, place your chin down towards the ground. Opening up through the shoulders. Taking 5 deep breaths here. On your next inhalation, pushing down into your palms, walking your palms directly underneath your shoulders. We're going to tuck our toes and come into downwards facing dog. Tucking under the toes, bringing our hips up and back towards the sky, pushing down to the index finger and thumb knuckle of your hands, and just gently taking a few breaths by walking out your dog, bending one leg at a time, inhaling and exhaling here. And gently coming to some stillness, taking your shoulders out, back and down to open through your chest. Gaze towards your navel or towards your knees and just breathing here. Taking 3 more deep breaths. On your next inhalation, sweeping the right leg up towards the sky, keeping the hips level, pushing weight down into both palms. Exhale, bend the right knee in, planting the sole of the foot down towards the ground next to the right hand, placing the left leg down, untucking the left toes. On your next inhalation, sweeping the arms up next to the ears into low lunge. Checking in with the right leg, checking it's directly in line underneath the right ankle. Taking the shoulder blades back and down, gaze towards the sky if that feels good for you. Taking a few rounds of breath here. Stretching through the fingertips, bringing the pinky fingers in a little bit. On your next inhalation, making a T with the hands, taking the right arm back, left arm forward into a twist. Gaze towards your right fingertips if that feels good for you. Feel free to stay here, or you can untuck the left toes and come up into a low lunge. From a low lunge into a high lunge and just breathing here. Taking 3 more rounds of breath. You can keep your arms here or take your right hand onto the back of your left thigh. Inhale, sweeping your left arm up towards the sky. Opening through the chest. Taking 2 more rounds of breath here. On your next inhalation, sweeping the left palm down directly under the left shoulder. Inhale, sweeping the right arm up towards the sky into a gentle twist. Pushing down to the palm of the right hand and just breathing here. If your knee is on the ground, just gently tuck under the toes and extend the left leg now, activating the glutes and the left thigh. And start to wiggle your right foot in the middle center of the mat and come onto the outside blade edge of your left leg into side plank. Lifting your hips high towards the sky. Feel free to stay here, or you can stack the right leg on top of the left. Taking 3 more deep breaths here. Exhale, bring the left leg, right leg back in front of the mat again. Placing the left right hand down, sweeping the right leg back into plank. Feel free to take your knees down at any time and just breathing here. pushing down to your arms, rounding through the spine, activating the glutes and the core. Taking one more round of breath here. Exhale, release your knees to the ground, untuck your toes, taking your chin and chest down towards the ground, hips high. Inhale, sweeping your chin and chest through, shoulders towards your body, activate your glutes into cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale into tabletop. Exhale, downwards facing dog. Taking a few rounds of breath here. Taking 2 more rounds of breath. On your next inhalation, sweeping the left leg high towards the sky, level out the hips. Exhale, bending the left knee, placing the left sole of the foot down next to the left hand. Placing the right knee down on the ground, untucking the toe. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up towards the sky. Activating the core, bringing the right hip forward, left hip back. Breathing here. Softening the face, space between the eyebrows, softening the jaw. On your next inhalation, sweeping the left hand behind you, right hand in front into a gentle twist. Gaze towards your left fingertips if that feels good for your head and neck. Feel free to stay here, or you can tuck under the right toes and come into a high lunge. Just breathing here. On your next inhalation, sweeping the left hand all the way down to the right leg, sweeping the right arm up towards the ear. Breathing here. 2 more rounds of breath. On your next inhalation, sweeping the right hand down, stacking the right shoulder over the right hand, sweeping the left arm up towards the sky into a gentle twist. Just breathing here. Taking the left shoulder back and down to open through the chest. If your right knee is on the ground, just gently tuck under the toes and activate the right kneecap. Start to heel toe your left foot into the center of the mat and come onto the outside blade edge of your right leg. Inhale, exhaling here into side plank. Feel free to stay here, or you can stack the left leg on top of the right. Lifting the hips up, pushing down to the ground into your right hand. Taking 2 more rounds of breath here. On your next inhalation, bringing the left foot back to the front of the mat, planting the left hand down. Inhale here, exhale. Stepping the left leg back into plank, keeping the knees up or knees down. Taking 5 rounds of breath here. If your knees aren't already there, gently bring them down to the ground, untuck the toes. Taking your chin and chest down, elbows in towards the body on your exhalation. Inhale, sweeping the chin and chest forward into cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale to downward facing dog. Just taking a few rounds of breath here. Doing any gentle movements that feel good for you. On your next inhalation, gaze toward your palms, bending your knees. You can step or float to seated. Come to the top of your mat, placing the soles of the feet on the ground. We're going to come into Navasana, boat pose. Stacking your shoulders directly over your hips, gently planting your hands onto the ground. Keeping your back nice and straight, heart and chest open. Activate your core, come onto your tippy toes. Feel free to stay here, or you can gently lift one leg and the other leg. You may also extend your hands and maybe extend your legs as well. Taking 5 more rounds of breath here. Exhale, release the hands. Gently wrap your hands around your legs, chin towards chest. Just breathing here. Taking 2 more rounds of breath. When you're ready, we're going to roll down to the ground to come into bridge pose. Gently tucking your chin towards the chest, extending through your palms, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring in your soles of your feet really close towards your bottom, feet facing forward, knees hip width apart, planting the palms down on the ground. Elongate the back of the neck by gently tucking it to protect the neck. Do not move your head from side to side, just keep it straight. Inhale and exhale here. On your next inhalation, activate your glutes, activate your core. Inhale and exhale here. Feel the activation. Feel the activation in the inner thighs as well. And then gently on your next inhalation, raising your hips towards the sky, pushing down to your palms. Feel free to stay here, or you can interlace the fingers behind the back, gently moving the shoulder blades underneath the shoulders, pushing down into your palms, pushing down into the heels. Activate the glutes a little bit more. See if the hips can come a little higher. One more round of breath here. Exhale, release the hands and gently lower the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. From here, we're going to come into supined pigeon. So flexing the right leg, taking the right leg towards the sky, flexing the foot. Bend the right leg, placing the ankle underneath the left thigh. Feel free to stay here if you already feel any tension here. You should not feel any pain in your right knee. If you do, please come out. If this feels okay and you'd like to go a little bit further, just lift the left leg up from the ground and take hold of the back of the left thigh, flexing the right foot to protect the knee. Just breathing here. Breathing into the right glute. Taking 3 more rounds of breath here. On your next exhalation, release the left sole of the foot down to the ground. Right leg completely over the left. Inhale here, exhale, take the knees down towards the side. Open the palms out, palms facing towards the sky. Take your gaze the opposite way to your knees. If your knees are to the left, take your gaze to the right. And just breathing here. Breathing to the lungs, into the chest. Gently close down the eyes if that feels good for you. Taking 2 more rounds of breath here. On your next inhalation, bring your gaze, your head back to center, bring your knees back to center. Uncross the right leg over the left. Flex the left leg up towards the sky, flexing the toe. Bend at the left knee, taking the left ankle over the right. Stay here if this feels enough for you today, or if you can go a little bit further, lift up the right toes. Breathing here, flexing into the left foot. Gently bring that right knee closer towards your chest. Taking 3 more rounds of breath here. Breathing into the left hip flexor, the left glute. Softening the space between the eyebrows. Starting to feel yourself relax. 1 more round of breath here. Exhale, release your right leg down to the ground. Cross the left leg over the right. Take your knees down towards the right. Extend your arms into a T, palms facing up. And taking your gaze towards the opposite side, towards the left. And just gently close down the eyes here. And just focus your attention inwards. If thoughts come and go, don't pass any judgment, just let them go like clouds in the sky. And bring your attention, your focus back to your breath. Taking 3 more rounds of breath here. On your next inhalation, bring your head back to center, bring your knees back to center. This time, maybe give yourself a big hug, bring your knees into your chest, maybe rocking from side to side. Just do a few movements that feel good for you. Maybe that's happy baby, flexing the feet towards the sky, taking hold of the ankles, the inner or outer edges of the soles of the feet, bringing the knees down past the armpits, and just breathing here. If there's any other movements you would like to do, please feel free to do so before we come into the last posture, Shavasana. And when you're ready, just start to extend your legs to the outside edges of the mat, toes facing out, bringing your shoulders underneath your arms, gently extending your arms, taking your palms facing up, and just relaxing here. Relaxing the toes, relax your feet, relax your ankles, relax your shins, relax your calves, relaxing your knees, relax your thighs, the backs of the legs, relaxing your glutes, relax your hips, relaxing your lumbar spine, your lower back, thoracic spine, your mid-back, and your upper back. Feel your tummy completely relax. Relaxing the chest. Feel your shoulders melt down onto the ground and completely relax down. Relax your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms. Relaxing the wrists and the hands. Feel your whole body completely relax. Relax your neck, relax your head, relax the crown of the head. Relax the space between the eyebrows. Relax your face. Relax the jaw, relax your tongue. Feel your eyes heavy in your eye sockets. Your body is now ready for Shavasana. Shavasana. Feel free to spend as long as you need in Shavasana. If and when you're ready, to start to deepen your breath. Deepening your inhalations and exhalations. Start to bring gentle movement back into your body by moving the head from side to side. Maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes, and giving your body a deep, full body stretch. Then bring your knees in towards your chest. Give them a nice big hug. Extend your left arm high and roll towards the left. Just take a few breaths here in your fetal position. And when you're ready, pushing down into the right palm, bring yourself into a comfortable seat. Palms facing up. Stacking the shoulders over the hips. Crown of the head reaching high towards the sky. And just notice how you feel. Notice your body. How does your body feel? Notice your breath. How is your breath now? No need to pass any judgment, just notice where you are in the here and now. I would like to thank you all for sharing your practice with me today. I wish you all a pleasant and wonderful rest of your day. On your next inhalation, sweeping your arms above your head, palms touch. Exhale, palms into heart center. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Yoga with Natalie Louise. And this is a special for Yoga for Life. Thank you very much again, and we wish you a wonderful and pleasant rest of your day. Namaste.